Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to take a look at whether the iPhone 5s is still worth getting in 2018. So let's get started. Now coming to the design of the phone, the 5s has got the anodized aluminum unibody finish with rounded edges and the chamfers that go all around the device. It really looks premium and makes the device stand out. I'm sorry, my device is really beaten up as you can see, and I will be doing a housing swap for this, so stay tuned. Now, other than that, the iPhone 5 really feels good in the hand. It's an entire metal finish. It's completely built from aluminum. It's got these beautiful glass inlays at the top and the bottom, and this really smooth aluminum anodized finish. It really feels nice in the hand. It's sturdy. Only thing that it's just a little bit too round, and these edges do tend to really prick into your hands. Like it's not so comfortable as holding as an iPhone 6 is. So that's something you should know. Also, the iPhone 5s comes in at 112 grams, just like the iPhone 5. It's got a 4-inch display at 326 ppi. It's a Retina panel, but it's just decent in 2018. Nothing great about the iPhone 5s display. Now coming to the software, the iPhone 5s currently supports iOS 11.4.1 at the time of making this video, but I have updated this iPhone to iOS 12, and iOS 12 will be out for the public this fall in September. So iPhone 5s and above all devices will support iOS 12. Now I will speak in terms of iOS 12 as that will be the software all of you will be getting soon. Now in overall daily usage and usability, this is iOS 12 beta 6. It has been pretty stable. I know it's a beta, but overall it's been pretty stable. Yes, there are minor UI lags and a little bit of frame rate drops here and there, but other than that, it's pretty good. Apps open quick. You might have to wait just a fraction of a few seconds for things to open up. So things to open up pretty okay on iOS 12. The performance isn't blazing fast or anything. You still got to wait for apps to open up again. And when it comes to third-party apps, it's a big issue, especially with Facebook. Facebook, I don't know why it really takes a long time to open up on the 5S and the 5. So that's with apps. Other than that, in terms of app support in the App Store, you guys are completely okay since the iPhone 5 is 64-bit and will support iOS 12. It can run and support any of the latest apps in the store. You also get the new App Store. So it can support any of the latest apps that all the other new iPhones can do. And the only thing you need to remember is that the iPhone 5s cannot support AR enabled apps or games. So when it comes to AR, you cannot get those apps or games on this phone, but you can download Fortnite on this phone. This phone can download Fortnite, but the only issue is that the performance is not really good. It's really laggy and stuttery. Oh, I'm sorry, you can download PUBG, not Fortnite. Fortnite requires iOS 11, I guess. On the 5S, let's have a look. Okay, the Fortnite requires iPhone SE, so you can't download Fortnite, you can download PUBG. Now, I have played PUBG on this phone and it's really bad. I think it's pathetic. The frame rates are really bad. The phone heats up like crazy and the battery just declines really quickly. So PUBG on a 4-inch display in 2018 isn't going to cut it. The 5S, even though it can play PUBG, it's just not worth playing it on the 5S in 2018. Now, other than that, you guys are completely covered on the software front. You get another additional year of support, so no issues there. Now, coming to the camera, the iPhone 5S has got a rear 8 megapixel camera with a dual LED flash and a front-facing 1.2 megapixel camera. In terms of the camera, you get all of now basic features, I can say, because you get all the normal stuff like photo, pan or square, video. You do get slow motion at 240 fps, and you also have time lapse. Now in terms of video recording, the maximum this phone can record in is 1080p at 30 fps. So that isn't so great in 2018, considering the competition now gives you options to record in 4K with budget Android devices. So that isn't so great right now in 2018. Overall, if you're looking for a decent budget end camera, just to get a couple of shots or to take a few videos, then the iPhone 5s camera is okay. as you still can use slow-mo and things like that. So it can cover you, but I would highly not recommend that you completely depend on this phone to take those important moments in your life. This will not do justice to those moments. Now coming to the battery, the iPhone 5s comes with a 1570 milliamp hour battery, and with medium to light usage it cannot get through the entire day with 2018 requirements, and you will at least have to top it up once throughout the day, because even if you're just using this phone for basic tasks like messaging and maybe a couple of YouTube videos here and there, the battery will drain really quickly, because do keep in mind this phone is 5 years old, and most of the devices out there have degraded batteries. So that's the issue with the iPhone 5. You can go in for a battery replacement. This isn't covered under Apple's $29 battery replacement program like all the other iPhones. I don't know why Apple left this out, but you will have to pay full retail price to get the battery of the 5S changed if you go to Apple. Now, overall, in my opinion, do I think the 5S is worth in 2018? Well, I would say that if you guys are on a budget and are really tight on funds, then you can go for the 5S, because you're getting iOS 12, you're getting the latest apps, you still have app support for a long time, you've got a pretty decent camera, and overall the performance of the phone is really decent in 2018. It does work, all of the apps work. You only have to wait a couple of seconds for things to start loading up in on the iPhone 5s. But if you guys have a little bit more money, if you could stretch yourselves a bit, I highly recommend you go for the SE. If you are still looking for a 4-inch iPhone, you go for the SE. Or you want a bigger display, a 4.7-inch or a 5.5-inch iPhone, then I highly recommend that you go for the iPhone 6s or the 6s Plus, as they have much better performance, a faster processor, better battery life, and maybe a year or two more years of support in terms of software updates and app support. Other than that, the iPhone 5s is basically a classic device, a really beautiful device actually, and it cannot stand up to today's competition, especially in the current price range you get this iPhone 5s in. There are many budget Android devices that are a bit cheaper than the 5s, or that are a little more expensive than the 5s, but they have a lot of value for your dollars when you compare it to the 5s. And other than that, I can't say much about the iPhone 5s. It's a real nice phone, and if you are looking to just have a basic second-hand device, or if you want to keep it up as a collector's item, then fine, you can get the 5s. Other than that, I highly think that you guys should stay away from the 5s in 2018, because it's not looking great. It does support iOS 12, but right now I'm not sure whether iOS 12 will bring more performance, because Apple said it's a performance upgrade. It's they're trying to rectify a lot of the issues which iOS 11 had. So right now it's in beta 6, so I can't say a lot. Let's wait for iOS 12, the original final version, which releases in the fall, and I'll do an update then. So that's it guys, I hope you liked the video. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. What do you think of the 5S? Do you still use the 5S as your daily driver? What do you think going forward in 2018, how the performance of the 5S would be on iOS 12? Put your thoughts down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day ahead.